Have you ever stopped and wondered, does he truly love you, or is he simply drawn to comfort, familiarity, or the thrill of conquest? Research shows that a 2022 review in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that men who are emotionally invested in their partners behave very differently in intimacy than men who view physical intimacy as a conquest or a form of stress relief. They communicate more, slow down, and show higher levels of empathy and oxytocin release, what researchers call the bonding hormone. These patterns become even clearer after 60, when passion may soften, but the need for emotional closeness only grows stronger. Welcome back to Journey After 60. In today's conversation, we'll uncover 5 unmistakable signs that a man makes love from the heart. Some may surprise you, but by the end, you'll know how to recognize the difference between intimacy that feels empty and intimacy that flows from true love. And if you're fortunate enough to already share this kind of bond, you'll walk away cherishing it even more. If this topic resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Together, we'll continue exploring what love and happiness really mean in this rich, beautiful season of life. Now, let's begin with the first sign, because when a man does this, you can be sure his love runs deep.
Number 1. He talks to you and expresses his feelings. A man who makes love from the heart doesn't stay silent during intimacy. He uses words to connect, to reassure, and to make sure you feel cherished. When a man is emotionally invested, he wants you to know just how much you mean to him. His words aren't random compliments, they're heartfelt expressions of love. He may whisper soft things in your ear like, "I love being close to you," or "You feel amazing." He checks in gently with questions like, "Are you okay?" or "Does this feel good for you?" Not just about the physical experience, but about your emotions too. He expresses gratitude, reminding you that he values you not only in intimacy, but in everyday life. And he listens, truly listens, so that you feel both heard and understood. The power of words in intimacy is profound. Some men struggle with verbal expression, but when a man truly loves you, he will try. Even if speaking his feelings doesn't come naturally, what he says carries weight because it comes from his heart. In those moments, he isn't just engaging physically, he is engaging with you. His words make you feel safe, adored, and deeply appreciated. As the poet Rumi wrote, "Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder." Sometimes a gentle phrase at the right moment has more power to heal and bond than any physical gesture. Words have the power to nurture and strengthen emotional bonds. If a man truly makes love from the heart, he won't just be present physically, he'll be present emotionally, using his voice to remind you of your worth. And that is one of the clearest signs his love runs deep. He may speak from the heart, but you'll feel his love even more in the way he takes his time with you.
Number 2. He slows down and cherishes every moment. Love is not about how fast you run, but how deeply you breathe together. When a man truly loves, intimacy is not just about physical pleasure. It's about emotional connection. That's why he takes his time. He slows everything down, savoring each moment with you, rather than rushing to the finish line. You can feel it in the way he touches you. His hands linger, gently caressing your skin, as though memorizing every detail. His kisses are unhurried, deep, and intentional, not rushed or mechanical. Even the way he holds you feels different, gentle yet steady, as if he never wants to let go. How do you recognize this sign? He isn't in a hurry during physical intimacy. Instead, he makes every touch and movement meaningful. He delights in the small things, running his fingers through your hair, whispering something sweet in your ear, or simply holding you close before anything else begins. His focus is entirely on you, making sure you feel desired, loved, and emotionally safe. Research in relationship psychology has shown that slowing down during intimacy increases levels of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This is the chemical that fosters closeness, trust, and long-term emotional satisfaction. Couples who take their time rather than rushing consistently report greater intimacy and deeper relationship happiness. And for women over 60, this couldn't be more important. At this stage of life, intimacy is no longer about performance. It's about depth, tenderness, and the feeling of being fully seen. A man in love doesn't treat intimacy like a checklist. He treats it as a sacred moment to be fully present with you. He values connection over completion. If your partner slows down and cherishes every second, it's a powerful sign that he's not just focused on your body, he's making love to you with his whole heart. Ladies, do you agree that slowing down makes intimacy more meaningful after 60? Share your perspective in the comments. Your wisdom could help another woman recognize what real love feels like. And that is a powerful sign that he loves you deeply. But words are only part of the language of love. A man who is truly connected to you will not only reassure you with whispers, but also with the silent gestures that carry just as much meaning, like an embrace.
Number 3. He holds you close, before, during, and after. When I was younger, I often felt empty after moments of intimacy. The relationships I had back then lacked any real emotional bond. Once the physical closeness faded, the connection seemed to vanish with it, leaving me to wonder if that was all there was. Everything changed when I met my husband, Mark. From the very beginning, he did something different. He always held me. He pulled me close beforehand, stayed connected while we made love, and wrapped me in his arms afterward. Even in the quietest moments, he would whisper to me, stroke my hair, and hold me as if he never wanted to let go. That's when I realized, with him, it was never just about the act. It was about us. It was about love. And that made all the difference. For a man who is truly emotionally connected to you, intimacy isn't just about passion, it's about closeness. That is why he holds you tightly, not only during sex, but also before and after. His embrace becomes a signal that he values more than the physical pleasure. He values the bond. You can notice this in small but meaningful ways. Before intimacy, he might pull you close, brush his hand against your cheek, kiss your forehead, or simply hold you as if to say, "I love you." During the act, He maintains connection, not rushing, but grounding you with his presence. Maybe he intertwines his fingers with yours, rests his hand gently on your back, or simply looks into your eyes to remind you he's fully there. And afterward, instead of rolling away, he stays. He cuddles, whispers something sweet, or simply enjoys lying beside you in comfortable silence. This speaks volumes, often more than many women realize. How a man behaves before and after intimacy reveals far more about his true feelings than what happens in the middle. If he makes it a point to hold you close, not just in the heat of passion, but in all the moments around it, it's a strong sign he is emotionally invested in you and wants you to feel safe in his love. But closeness is not only about touch. True intimacy also shows in whether a man can give you his full attention. The embrace may reassure your body, but his presence reassures your heart. That's where the next sign comes in. Number 4. He is fully present, no distractions, no ego. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Phones buzzing, emails piling up, TV blaring, notifications pinging nonstop. Yet when a man truly loves you, he sets all of that aside when he's with you. He isn't scrolling through his phone while you sit beside him, and he doesn't take calls in the middle of your conversations. Instead, he chooses to be fully present. Presence reveals itself in the little things. Think about your time together. Does he give you his full attention when you speak? Does he listen, not just to reply, but to truly understand? Do you feel cherished in his presence, or do you sometimes feel overlooked? A man who makes you feel seen and valued, even in ordinary moments, is expressing love in one of the deepest ways possible. And this isn't about being by your side every minute of the day. It's about the quality of his attention when he is with you. Psychologists often note that emotional intimacy is rooted in mindfulness, the ability to focus on your partner without letting the mind wander. Research shows that couples who practice this kind of mindful presence report greater satisfaction and stronger emotional bonds. For women over 60, that kind of presence becomes even more meaningful. At this stage of life, what we crave isn't performance, it's sincerity, connection, and the reassurance that we are valued exactly as we are. That's why when your partner can quiet the noise of the outside world, set aside his ego, and simply be there with you, it's one of the clearest signs he is loving with his heart, not just his body. Presence is love in its purest form. It says, "You are my focus. You are my world. Right here, right now. Nothing else matters." Do you think true love after 60 is more about constant presence or about quality of presence? I'd love to hear your take. Drop it in the comments and let's start a conversation. Your insights and stories could really help other women and men in our community see relationships from a new perspective. At the same time, love shows itself in how he makes you feel about yourself. When a man truly loves with his heart, he doesn't just cherish your time, he cherishes you. Number 5. He makes you feel beautiful and cherished. Love after 60 has a way of reshaping how you see yourself. At this stage of life, beauty is no longer just about smooth skin or youthful radiance. It's about the light that shines from within you. And when a man truly loves with his heart, He doesn't just desire you, he treasures you exactly as you are today. For him, intimacy is more than passion. It's his way of affirming that you are valued, admired, and still deeply captivating. You can often see this love in the smallest gestures. He doesn't stop at complimenting your appearance. He quietly honors your wisdom, your kindness, and the inner strength you've gained through the years. Sometimes you catch his gaze lingering on you in the simplest moments, when you laugh freely, when you share a thoughtful idea, or even when you're simply being yourself. In his eyes, in his touch, and in his words, he is silently telling you you are still the most extraordinary woman in his world. And while those moments feel like unspoken promises, it's his actions that prove his love most clearly. Many men can say you're beautiful, but not all live it out. A man who loves with his heart shows it in the way he touches you as if protecting a treasure, in the smile that reflects genuine admiration, and in the way he makes you feel like the only woman in his world. His words, his touch, and his gaze all come together to create a profound sense of being adored. As the poet Khalil Gibran once wrote, "Beauty is not in the face. Beauty is a light in the heart." And when the man you love reflects that light back to you with tenderness and respect, you feel beauty not only on the outside, but deep in your soul. That is why when a man makes you feel truly beautiful, not just in your body, but in your essence, it's one of the clearest signs he is making love from the heart. Because real intimacy, especially after 60, has never been about perfection. It is about devotion, presence, and a love that endures. So, when you step back and look at these 5 signs, his words, his patience, his embrace, his presence, and the way he makes you feel beautiful, you'll notice something important. None of them are about perfection. None are about performance. They are about heart. A man who truly makes love with his heart shows it not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, consistent ways he honors you. He speaks to you with sincerity. He slows down and savors every moment. He holds you close before, during, and after. He is fully present, undistracted, and humble. And above all, he makes you feel cherished for who you are, body, mind, and soul. Love after 60 is not about clinging to youth. It's about deepening into authenticity. Real intimacy at this stage of life is a gift, a merging of tenderness, wisdom, and devotion. And when you experience it, you realize it's never been about age, but about the courage to love fully and be loved fully in return. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs have you experienced in your own relationship? Do any of them make you reflect on the love you have, or the love you hope to find? Share your story in the comments, because your words could be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. If this message spoke to you, please like this video, share it with a friend who might need encouragement, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue exploring the beauty of love and connection in this season of life. Until next time, remember, true love is never just about the body. It's about the heart. And you deserve nothing less. Thanks for watching my video, and see you in the next video.